is what is currently taking place at the European level. I mean, about the levers that we saw before and that were presented in the document of Impronta Etica. Which one of those levers are currently being used by company? Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, because unfortunately I cannot speak Italian. It's one of the few languages that I still would like to learn, so I can speak 5 others, but Italian is not yet there. But it's my pleasure to be here today and to speak to you on behalf of CSR Europe. So if I could move the slides, I don't know if it's possible.
You want to use it? It's okay. Just this.
Yes. Okay. So, because maybe some of you don't know what CSR Europe is, because we are the leading European business network for corporate social responsibility, and we have around 70 corporate members.
Su suggerimento, ecco qua, questo è inutile, allora facciamo così, metto comodo io.
So I will try to empower myself now to stand here, speak to you and move the slides. And as you can see here, we have around 65 multinational corporate members, but also 39 national partner organizations. And Impronta Etica and Sodalitas are our Italian partners. And through all of them, we reach out to more than 10,000 companies in Europe and worldwide. And, well, this is just as an overview of what CSR Europe is doing, because we are a practitioners network in corporate social responsibility, and we try to bring companies and stakeholders together to work on CSR projects. So I will not go into many details, but as you can see, shared value creation and Enterprise 2020, which means the ideal company in 2020, these are our flagship initiatives, and all our activities are centered around this. And we have one important campaign which is on skills for jobs, also to focus on these areas. And probably yesterday in the news you have heard, currently the European Parliament is in Strasbourg, and Commission President Juncker, they have decided on a new investment plan for Europe. They will invest, I can't remember the number, but it's several billion euros for growth and jobs in Europe. Yes, something like that, 300. So they really take this topic seriously.
Very molti meno.
Yeah, because
20.
something like this. Yeah, I just remembered it was a huge number, so we will see. And as you have seen in the document that Impronta Etica has prepared, the challenges are clear, but there is a high unemployment rate in Europe. And, well, the situation is different in different countries. So some countries suffer more than others. But, for example, in Italy, the youth unemployment, I read an article in the summer, it hit almost 50%, which means every second person is without a job, although they have perfect skills. Somebody told me it's the best qualified generation in years, and they cannot find jobs, which is a shame. But what I wanted to say is, because this morning we have also heard a lot of discussions about creating trust in business, to break down the walls between societies and companies, because companies consist of people, and CSR means the responsibility of companies for their impact on society. And this is what I want to show. Well, this was just another figure on youth unemployment and how it's growing. But yeah, increasing demand for matching labor needs. So this is also another slide about the challenges. But what I wanted to say is that without collaboration, nothing can be achieved, because it is, of course, a challenging situation for all of us, for Europe, but each individual and each organization has a role to play in this field. And this is what I wanted to make sure. So this was my answer to the first question, and then I will move on.
Okay. So, and which of those levers we have spoken about are proven to be effective in terms of impact both inside and outside companies?
Yes. So from what we have experienced, because we have a large network of companies and all of them are doing a lot of things, a lot of initiatives, for example, to foster entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship, to have more apprenticeships, internships, but also to foster school industry collaboration. So for example, the pharmaceutical company Amgen, I will show some examples afterwards. They are focusing on science education because they are a biotechnology company, so they need scientists in the future. But if the teachers are not well equipped or the students are not interested in the topic, they will not have applicants, because in the future companies are looking for qualified staff, but people, students will also look for companies who are responsible and sustainable and who are developing all these schemes. So from what we have seen, these are the EU initiatives that are also trying to be put in place on a level, because the European Commission is also focusing on this topic since the past few years, but also now with the new Commission they take it more and more seriously, because they need to collaborate with the companies and organizations to move this forward. And this is just Youth on the Move, Innovation Union, Employment Package, Youth Guarantee, for example, you have heard, it's another issue. But from what I learned also from my experience is that this European support is necessary in this area. Because, for example, I studied with the support of the European Social Fund and or Erasmus. These things didn't exist 20 years ago, but now they are fostering the movement of Europe.
And so which are the main challenges, Please, you can finish. Okay, you were translating my question, I'm sorry. Okay, this is good. So which are the main challenges, the main difficulties that you find in implementing this idea?
Yes. So from my point of view, the main challenge is still the lack of sufficient school-industry collaboration, because on the one hand there is a lot of skepticism about companies, about the industry, and they, from what they told us, they say, yeah, we want to help, we know we have a role to play, but nobody wants to collaborate with us. We cannot enter, we need partnership organizations. So what was said this morning about public-private partnerships, I think this is one of the biggest things for the future as well, because this is not happening at the moment. Nobody has the monopoly to do or to solve these issues by themselves, so this is really necessary. But on the other hand, there are also the systemic changes. For example, in some countries like Germany, they have 16 different national or regional territories, 16 different educational systems. They don't change overnight, so they are still wondering what is a master's degree. So it was, these kind of things are the biggest challenges for the moment. And of course, we are still suffering from the financial crisis, so most people see other things currently also more important than, but by focusing also on how you can empower people, I think this is one of the first steps to improve the situation.
So if I well understood, the problem of the relationship between the industries and the school are more important maybe or are less difficult to overcome than the organization problem inside the industries. Is it?
Yes, because we have a lot of companies who would like to help and who already have a lot of initiatives to work on these issues, but sometimes it's difficult for them to identify the right partners or to work with educational systems. So it's, and sometimes they are also only in the negative press, like for example the pharmaceutical companies, but it's, so this kind of reputation of companies, that's another challenge at the moment as well.
Okay, so which could be the characteristics, I mean the features of the sustainable industry of the future?
Yes. What I would like to underpin is that it is a joint responsibility. So on the one hand, it is the employer who should create an environment that stimulates more jobs, but also the government who should facilitate these processes. But without the individual, and this is what was mentioned this morning a lot as well, individual empowerment is also key. I mean, this shift of mindset, so that, for example, when I was in high school, there was a slogan, Europe is coming, would you like to join the movement or something? And at that point, all of my friends, they said, oh, what is Europe? What do I need to do? But I said, no, it's other languages, other countries, learning about other cultures. So also this mindset of young people, we have so much freedom now to move to other countries, to travel to other cities, to learn and study in different countries. So if there is no job in Germany or in Italy, you can move to another country and see if you can find something there. So it's mutual understanding, trust, empowerment of employees and companies, but also governments, and flexibility and partnerships. That's, I think, the most important for the future in my point of view. And just to underpin this, I'm not sure if I can still show something. What we are trying to do with our Skills for Jobs campaign is to create pathways to jobs. So we are focusing on science, technology, engineering and mathematics education, STEM skills, youth unemployment, but also quality internships and apprenticeships, because this is the first step to bring young people into the market. And for example, in Germany, this system is working very well regarding apprenticeships, but also workplace innovation. What we have heard in Germany, for example, demographic change is a big problem because there are not enough babies born. So the birth rate is shrinking, people are living longer, but at the same time, a lot of jobs remain unfilled because there are no qualified employees or no qualified applicants. So we have a project on rethinking careers or lifelong employability, to think about these HR processes that need to be in place to have more long-term impact as well. And, well, this is just, I will not bore you with the numbers, but we have set ourselves some targets for the future. So by 2016, we would like to have 5 million, especially young people, better equipped with the right skills through entrepreneurship. They are benefiting from quality internships and apprenticeships, STEM education, but they should also benefit from employability in this area. And if you want to have more information, these were just some best practice examples from companies who are already doing something, but of course the examples that we heard before are also very important in this regard. But Bridge to Employment from Johnson & Johnson, that's also another initiative which is very effective in Europe, but also worldwide, because companies know that they have a role to play, and they just need to find ways to show this in a better way. So I would like to thank you for your attention, and if you have more questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you. Thank you. Una domanda facciamo in tempo a raccogliere, a girarla direttamente a Christine Neumann se volete, altrimenti possiamo avviarci insomma in conclusione, anche perché are you going to stay here after for some, so I think that maybe questions can come after. Grazie, thank you Christine Neumann.